Hard negatives are not automatically better. I'll show where they help, where they hurt, and how to train both in Python. This is the pattern you'll be able to implement by the end, which trains with in-batch and hard negatives, then selects the higher recall strategy. I'm Professor Pi, teaching search and IR with simple Python. Search systems often confuse closely related items. Dense retrieval with sentence transformers turns text into vectors, so you can compare meaning directly. The challenge is teaching the model which pairs are truly wrong. If negatives are too easy, the model never learns fine distinctions. If negatives are always the hardest examples, training can overfit or destabilize. Success means better top 1 recall and more robust rankings on real queries. At its heart, negative sampling chooses which wrong answers to show the model during training. A mini example is a corpus of 3 documents and 2 queries, where 1 document is the correct hit. In-batch negatives use other documents inside the same batch as distractors. Hard negatives are chosen because they look like the right answer and force the model to separate subtle meaning. We will build a tiny pipeline that encodes a toy corpus and queries, trains with in-batch negatives, then adds explicit hard negatives, and finally compares recall and MRR. This keeps the code small and the idea clear before you scale it to a bigger dataset. Now we build the tiny baseline. This snippet builds a tiny retrieval baseline with sentence transformers by encoding a toy corpus and 2 queries, then measuring top 1 accuracy. The model variable holds a MiniLM encoder, which maps texts into dense vectors via the encode function. The lists, docs, and queries are short interpretable strings with a gold list pointing to the expected document indices. The code normalizes embeddings and computes cosine similarity using util.cossim, producing a score matrix over queries and documents. It then picks the highest scoring doc for each query and averages the hits to form recall at 1. A lower baseline highlights room to improve with better negative sampling. Next, we train with simple in-batch negatives. This example runs a minimal in-batch negative step in sentence transformers using MultipleNegativesRankingLoss. The list train holds positive query document pairs as input example objects, and data loader forms a batch where each other document becomes a negative for a query. The model.fit call performs a short training epoch with that loss, avoiding any progress bar or warm-up for clarity. After training, the code encodes the same batch and computes cosine similarities with util.cossim. It measures the average margin by subtracting the in-batch negative score from the positive score for each query. A larger margin generally indicates better separation. Increasing batch size increases the number of in-batch negatives. Now, we check whether the in-batch step moved the rankings. This code evaluates retrieval after the in-batch negative step by re-encoding the corpus and queries with sentence transformers and recomputing cosine similarity via util.cossim. The arrays RD and RQ contain normalized embeddings for documents and queries, ensuring direct cosine comparison. The variable P2 holds the top-ranked document index for each query based on the updated model. The code then computes recall at 1 against the gold indices, showing whether training with only in-batch negatives improved ranking. If recall remains unchanged despite a better margin, it suggests the negatives were still too easy and did not perturb the top choices enough to move ranks. Next, we inject explicit hard negatives using triplets. This snippet introduces explicit hard negatives using sentence transformers TripletLoss. which pushes the query closer to the positive and away from a chosen hard negative. The trip list encodes triples as input example with the query, relevant document, and a semantically similar but incorrect document. The model.fit call executes a short epoch with the triplet objective, keeping batch orders stable for comparability. The code then encodes the corpus and queries and selects the top one document using util.causeSim. By focusing contrast against a confusable item, triplet training can change decision boundaries more than in-batch negatives alone. A higher recall indicates the hard negatives reshaped the ranking effectively. Finally, we compute a compact end-to-end metric to see gain. This example computes a small end-to-end evaluation using sentence transformers after both training phases and quantifies the change. The code uses encode to produce normalized vectors, then builds a similarity matrix with util.causeSim. For each query, it ranks documents and computes a reciprocal rank capped at 3 to get MRR at 3, which is more informative than accuracy on tiny sets. It also calculates gain by subtracting the in-batch recall from the hard negative recall captured earlier. If you increase the pool size or add tougher negatives, MRR typically becomes more sensitive to improvements. The printed values summarize final ranking quality and the contribution from hard negatives. In a real project, you would replace the TOI3 document corpus with your document store, use a larger batch size, and sample hard negatives from the top candidates returned by a fast index or another model. The same pattern scales. Baseline, in-batch training, add hard negatives, then compare. Recap. Negative sampling here means choosing which wrong answers the model sees during training. Use in-batch negatives for cheap, broad contrast, and hard negatives when you need finer separation. Caveat. Hard negatives help most when the model already handles easy negatives and when you have reliable hard examples. Next step. Increase the training batch size to add more in-batch negatives and measure how MRR and recall change relative to adding hard negatives. If short practical IR helps, subscribe and watch the IR videos.